Tell me your last name.
Mally.
How much were you paying in rent?
I was not.
In whose room were you living?
My own.
How far was your room from where Mr. Al-Sami's room used to be?
He was upstairs, I was downstairs.
Did you ever go upstairs?
Yeah.
Did you ever go into his room?
No.
Did you ever pass by his room?
Sure.
What reason would you have to go upstairs to his room?
That was the main living area.
Where he lived?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So his bedroom was on the floor of the main living area?
Correct.
And your bedroom was downstairs?
Correct.
How many other bedrooms were upstairs?
There's 3 altogether upstairs.
Aside from the defendant who was living upstairs?
His cousin.
Whose cousin?
Kendal's.
Kendall's cousin. Who else was living upstairs?
That's it.
Kendall's cousin, Kendal. You were living downstairs?
Correct.
What was downstairs, a basement?
2 bedrooms.
Anybody else living downstairs?
Kendal.
That's where my bedroom is.
So there was an empty bedroom,
Correct.
in addition to the bedroom where his desk was.
Yes.
And downstairs, you were living with him.
Yes.
So that there was an extra bedroom in the house, at least one.
Yes.
Thank you. Now you can sit down.
Thank
Do you understand where I'm going?
No,
Do you
not
understand
yet.
where you're going? Well, I'm going to get you there.
Perfect.
According to you, you sold a car for $2,000 and you kept the money.
Right.
The plaintiff had been paying you $400 a month in rent. Let us say he wanted you to keep his things for the period of time that he wasn't there, which would have been $400 a month, correct?
Correct.
Did you pay for December?
Yeah.
Before you left?
Yes.
January, February, March, April, May, and you came back June 30th?
No, June 10th, around June 10th, yeah.
So
yeah.
for 6 months, you owe him 6 months' rent is $2,400.
No.
Yes. If you had your clothes, desk, and lamp there, you were there. So you owe him rent. Don't you understand he owes him rent?
No.
There was a verbal contract in which...
Just a second.
Yes.
You can't tell me about a verbal contract. Did you have an agreement with him that you were not going to pay any rent?
When I lived there, I paid him every day I lived, yes. But when I leave the country, he never gets money rent if someone is gone.
No, sir.
He never
Sorry.
asks me, and we never did it. I've lived with him 5 years.
Because he's my friend.
Well, sir, if your things are in a room, you're there. If you're going back and you want no connection, no nexus to a property, you take all your stuff and leave. That's what you do.
If I know he wanted rent or asked me or say, hey, if you're gonna leave your stuff here, pay me rent. He did not ask me any of that. That's been for 5 years.
Okay.
Your Honor, he also had to leave in a very quick hurry because of the visa situation. It wasn't like he was moving to a new apartment and he just left his things there. He had to go all the way to Saudi Arabia to deal with an important visa issue immediately.
What do you want me to do about that? What do you
I
expect
had
me
a
to
week.
What do you expect me to do about that? He left his car, keys, and title, which he had signed over. He
Yes.
left an apartment which he had been paying $400 a month rent for 5 years.
Mm-hmm.
He left clothes, shoes, a desk, lamp, and according to him, a rug, which means he left everything in his room, which means he's there, which means he should have been paying rent. So what he did was he kept the $2,000 for the car. Now, that's what I would call self-help. The only problem is you didn't even keep his stuff there for the 6 months. According to you, you didn't even keep his stuff.
It was probably 2 or 3 days before he came back, unannounced, that I even took it to the dump because it stunk.
Just a second. Did you keep the desk?
Oh, all gone. Dump.
Did you keep the lamp? You mean
Never.
the lamp smelled?
Absolutely.
The lamp smelled?
You can take it to your house and check.
Okay. Mr. Al-Sami,
Yes.
he's entitled to rent for the 6 months that you weren't there. I don't know what your car is worth.
My car worth from $3,000 to $3,500. And that's what I wanted for the price.
You have any proof that you told him you wanted $3,500 for the car?
No, he did not even ask me what his friend offered
Okay.
to pay for the car.
He's out of luck. He didn't pay rent. He has to pay rent. Are you living someplace else now, Mr. Al-Sami?
Yes,
Are you paying rent?
yes,
How much?
400.
That's what you had to pay him. He sold your car. It was an old car. Somebody had to take care of it, by the way, for the 6 months that you're not here. Had to move it, had to see that it didn't get towed. Why didn't you ask her to take care of your car?
I just trusted my neighbor.
Okay.
Well,
Next time you won't be so trusting. We're done. Thank you.
Parties are excused. You may step out.
Well, I kind of expected it.
I had to go back and renew the visa.
I didn't even have a chance to deal with him.
He knew about the visa situation and all that.
Oops.